Mike Harrington is in studio, and he's been helping us produce the show. He just forwarded me a link, a website that the UFC is using to promote the fight, gspreturns.com.
What? Are you fucking serious? Hold on, let me look at this. gspreturns.com. What about Michael Bisping continues.com? gspreturs.
michaelbispingcontinues.com. Buy it. We're getting that domain right now.
Fucking asshole. A legend returns. Where will you be?
Where will you be when the legend returns against a no-named opponent? It's like you're not even going to get an intro. You're just going to be in the ring already when they turn the cameras on, warming up.
You know, when I fought Anderson Silva, obviously the fight was in London, and it's in London. I'm English. I wanted to walk in second, but Anderson was walking in second. So I went up. I said, "Yo, what the hell?" I said, "Jesus Christ." I want to walk in second. Then they said, no, it's Anderson. They said, we go off who's ranked highest. So there and then, that moment, I logged into the rankings. I said, I'm ranked higher. I was like 4 or 5, and he was like 7. I said, I'm ranked higher. And they went, oh, right. Anyway, I said, I know what you're going to do. You're going to change it. They went, no, we won't. Anyway, we went and had lunch. We came back. I went back to see them again to show someone else the rankings, and they'd already been shifted.
They shifted the rankings?
They changed it round. Anderson was above me.
No, that's so shady.
I swear to God, you bastards.
Wow.
It was funny. Anyway, so the point I'm making is I should walk out second being the champion, but
the point is,
but you never know. I mean, we have got a website dedicated to gspreturns.com. Where will you be? I'm not on it at all. Jesus Christ. So basically, if the tickets are shit, it's not my fault because it's all down to George.
Oh shit! Gee, look at. I mean, so much. An entire website dedicated to his return.
No one cares.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah. So I wanted to get your opinion on this really quick. Apparently, Vanderlei Silva, who is Vanderlei officially signed with Bellator?
Oh God, do we care?
I don't even know what's happening with him, but he wanted to challenge Vitor.
No, of course he is, because he fought Chael.
He fought Chael, but I'm saying, is he still with them, or I thought that was like a one and done?
No, I don't know, but he definitely fought Chael in Bellator, so one would assume there's definitely at least a chance of another fight.
Yeah, well, he wants to fight Vitor Belfort. I guess Vitor Belfort is fighting a retirement fight. When is that fight happening? Do you know, Mike?
Who's Vitor fighting?
He's fighting Uriah Hall, yeah.
Vitor's fighting Uriah Hall. That's right, I saw that. That's a good fight for Uriah at this stage of Vitor's career. Yeah, Uriah Hall wins that fight. He'll probably knock him out. It seems like Vitor can't take a punch these days.
But why wouldn't Vitor, if he's retiring, just get juice to the gills? That's what I would do.
Yeah, he probably will, because he'll think, you know what? He's got to make it to the fight. And if you saw the show up prior to the fight, then that fight ain't going to go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So you're right. I mean, the logic would say, fuck it, he's cheated before, do it again. Last fight, try and get a win. But the problem is, if you saw the show up 4 weeks out from the fight and he tests positive, he ain't going to be fighting anywhere.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. But then, I don't know. There's always some like weird shit, man. What happened with Brock Lesnar?
Anyway, we didn't talk about Mark Hunt, did we, the other week? Did we talk about Mark Hunt?
What happened with Mark Hunt?
You didn't see what happened. So he got pulled off the UFC Sydney card because he said that he was talking. He did an interview, and listen, I like Mark Hunt. He's a man's man, and he's a fighter's fighter. And he's been pissed at the UFC ever since Brock Lesnar tested positive, and the whole lawsuit thing. He's suing the UFC, and he's been saying a lot of negative shit about the UFC, and I get it. He's pissed off. But he did a story, and I kind of see what he was saying, and he was probably exaggerating. He was trying to say the risks that we go through as fighters. He was saying, listen, I slur my words a little bit, and sometimes I can't remember things, and blah, 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 blah. Right? So he was trying to say, basically, this is the hardship that we go through. So we don't want to be fighting guys on steroids as well. Now, I don't know, the UFC, really, you can't argue with why they did it. The UFC pulled him from UFC Sydney and said, listen, if you're saying out there publicly that you are slurring your words and you're having memory loss and blackouts and this and that, then you can't fight at UFC Sydney until we have, until you're evaluated, until you do extensive medical checks. So now he went crazy. Did you not see this? He was calling Dana White every name under the sun.
I did see this.
Fuck you, fuck this, fuck that. He was going crazy.
Yeah,
but
and
he also
said he was like, why wouldn't they pull GSP, who says he's talking to aliens? And
that was a while ago.
Yeah. But I mean, look, here's the thing. And
maybe George was talking to aliens.
Here's the thing. I don't like that they pulled him from the card, and I'll tell you why. Because you want fighters to be honest, okay? And all this is going to do, it's going to make fighters go, cool, we're not talking at all about any type of trauma. We're not going to be honest about what we're feeling. We're not going to be honest about any type of injuries that we have. And if
no. But you've got to look at it like this. If a guy's saying that he's got memory issues and he's saying that he's slurring his words, and the UFC know this, and he goes out there and God forbid he gets hurt, then they have got a real big legal problem on their hands. If he's publicly saying that I'm forgetting things, I'm having problems, I'm slurring my words, and I've got basically what that is alluding to, the beginnings of brain damage, and then he goes out there and perhaps, God forbid someone was to die and they knew that going into it, they would have a massive lawsuit on their hands. So no legal team would allow that fight to go ahead until they get the all clear from a doctor.
No, you're probably right. You are right. But I almost feel like it's a little weird because you would assume that that's kind of par for the course with contact sports, right?
Yeah, for sure. And of course, the cynic, one would argue as well, it's because he's suing the UFC because he talks shit, so the UFC are messing with him a little bit. Now, maybe that's the case. I tend to agree with the UFC stance on it, if I'm honest, and Mark, I kind of get what he was saying. He was just probably laying it on a bit thick, and he was saying, listen, I only slur when I'm drinking and this and that, so it's unfortunate for Mark Hunt. It is. I guess the UFC were doing what they had to do, but it is a shame for Mark. I like Mark. He's a good fighter. I love the way he fights. He's exciting as hell. And it's a shame. He lives in Oz, lives in Australia. Obviously, fighting at Sydney would have been huge. Yeah.
And I also, I just feel if a grown man is of sound in mind, body, and he wants to compete, me too. Me too, 100%. I'm with you on that one, Lewis. I always go back to that scene in Rocky where they tried to tell him that he couldn't compete. And he was like, that speech almost makes me cry every single time.
All right. Well, do we have any questions?
We do have some questions. If you guys want to join the conversation, please shoot us an email, bym@gasdigitalnetwork.com. That is BYM for Believe You Me at gasdigitalnetwork.com. We answer a few questions. We're also taking Twitter questions too, which I think is fun. I've been tweeting it out from the @BYM Twitter handle. If you guys want to check out any live shows, GomezComedy.com. I'm going to sneak that in before Michael yells at me. I will be coming everywhere, guys. All right, here we go.
Everywhere.
Here we go. This is from Dan. Dan wants to know, Mike, you're a great champ, and you always have been. Anybody who doesn't believe that is just a muppet. It's going to be a sad day to see George make you tap. My question for you.
Hold on. Starts off giving a compliment. It's going to be a sad day seeing George make me tap. So he's predicting George is going to beat me, correct?
You know what's funny, dude? I pre-screened this question, and I'm not trolling you. I literally thought he said, you're going to make him tap, and I thought that was interesting, and I thought the question was...
It's okay. All right.
Listen to me, this is so funny.
Read it again.
All right, so what he really said was, you're a great champ, you always have been. Anybody who doesn't believe that is just a muppet. It's going to be a sad day to see George make you tap. My question is, since I might be doing a little wagering, what submission do you think George is going to make you tap and take your title with?
All right. No. Let's play the game. So, now, George St. Pierre has been training with Danaher, forget, I don't know. The Danaher Death Squad.
John Danaher.
Yeah, there you go, John Danaher. And, all those guys, Gary Toonin and all these people up there, and Jay Shields, they're all big into leg locks. And some, I was saying to my jiu-jitsu coach, Brady Fink, I was like, Brady, we need to start working on jiu-jitsu, leg locks and all this type of stuff. And he's like, well, thing is, Mike, Danaher has been in his corner for a long, long time, and we never see him going for leg locks and stuff like that. And really, in MMA, if you've got top position to drop back onto your back and go for leg locks, it's kind of a really, really risky maneuver. because obviously with the punches, it changes everything. So we don't think he's going to do that. If you look at George historically, his game is simple. It's simple but high level and effective, and he goes for the classic submissions. Listen, if he gets you back, he's going to try and go for a rear naked choke. Of course.